Everything starts with defining the brand. When the question is the same, how to build your SaaS brand, the answers available to people are way different, confusing, and not result-driven. Whether a SaaS company is a startup or maturing towards product expansion or acquisition talks, building a name for your company and establishing your brand in the marketplace are essential missions. As HubSpot puts it, a brand is one of the most valuable assets of a business, and it needs to be carefully crafted to ensure it properly and authentically represents the business. In the world of cloud-based technology and software solutions, your brand is crucial. It's what differentiates your company from everyone else and allows for a foothold for your audience to get on board. When we reviewed our company Allride's rebranding, our marketing head and I spent 2 weeks researching and surveying our present marketing and sales team members, taking feedback and then drafting everything in a document. By the end of 14 days, we were ready with a 50-page document that has everything about Allride apps. How it started, the stories, the challenges, the ideas, the awards we have received, the marketing and sales efforts that worked, and also the ones which didn't work. Everything, almost everything we put together in that document. That document became our starting point of rebranding. All the designers, developers, consultants, copywriters had to go through that document before working on our new identity. Short-term and long-term goals, one-liner, two-liner, tagline, website, social media, brand positioning, logos, videos, everywhere we followed a single standard, and whoever worked on them knew everything about Allride because we have created this document. You also have to follow a process. You also have to put some time to define your brand. While covering every aspect of branding is out of the scope of this course, I'll give you some useful ideas on how to create a SaaS brand. It's not easy as just putting up a website there. Idea number 1, build the foundation. Before you embark on building your brand, you need to understand your ideal customer, who makes the buying decision for them, and what motivates them in the SaaS buying process. You cannot move ahead without defining your target customers clearly because your brand identity will be solving the needs of them. So you must create a buyer persona. These personas are in-depth buyer profiles built from your research and will be used to inform all of your marketing efforts such as specific email campaigns, blogs, social posts, and more. It's important to point out that buyer personas whom you will be targeting in your marketing efforts are different from user personas who use your product on a day-to-day basis. Idea number 2, define your long-term goal. Once you have established your buyer personas, it is essential that your product addresses the pain points of your target customers. From there, you can begin creating and distributing content that establishes your brand as a trusted resource in the market. There are several brands that you can look to for inspiration. For example, HubSpot. From educational blog posts on its website to guest posting on others to speaking engagements to an annual education-focused inbound marketing conference, HubSpot has established its brand as the go-to resource for all things inbound marketing. An important thing to note though is that it is truly focused on creating content for the target personas. Its content doesn't just stop at inbound marketing. It educates its audience on a wide range of topics that affect them, the readers. And the other type of company is QuickBooks. From its homepage with great problem-solving messaging to its website's design and user experience that closely matches that of its software, QuickBooks has built a well-known and trusted brand online. Building a brand takes time and effort, but the dividends definitely pay off. You'll be able to attract talent, drive sales, and establish your company as a trusted leader in the market. Idea number 3 is defining your brand message. Building brand affinity starts with storytelling. Tell stories about how exactly your customers using your SaaS product. Focus on the feeling it gives to them, the accomplishment it helps them to achieve, or the bottom line impact. Try sharing more about how your solution was created and why. It is not just about the brand promise of what your solution can do. It is also about telling the human stories behind it to build trust and convey your core values. Share the stories of your founders, how they met, and what sparked the idea of your innovative solution. Tell your customer stories, sharing their unique applications of your products, interesting use cases, or API integration solutions. Making your technology and brand feel human is an important piece of your overall marketing goal, and storytelling provides footholds for your leads to grasp that connection. Keep these basic tips in mind for messaging that speaks well about your brand as well as your products. Tip number 1, along with using conversational language, speak directly to prospects and customers using second person, you and us. Third person, that is he, she or it, sounds stated and creates a subconscious barrier between you and your prospect. You want them to engage with you, so be engaging. Tip number 2, be positive, focusing on what your company and products can do to help customers. Negative remarks and disparaging comments about competitors can backfire because they make you seem petty. Tip number 3, along that same line, misspelled words and poor grammars are sloppy and give them impression that your products may also be less than professional grade. Tip number 4, try and come up with stories about the ways in which your product has helped your current users. Tell the stories of the problems you are solving and the transformative results you provide. Now let's go to idea number 4, that is the brand proposition. When it comes to SaaS businesses, the product must address the real pain people have. If you heed the lessons of a lean startup methodology, you will establish a minimal viable product, test your assumptions, and pivot based on user feedback. A beautifully designed application that meets a real need and delivers value from the get-go is what is required now to ensure that sales and marketing have the foundation of which to build. A great product trumps everything. Here are some popular SaaS company examples of strong propositions that connect with the audience so easily. For example, Calendly, simple appointment scheduler. InVision app, free web and mobile prototyping. Teamwork, and their proposition is suite of application including project management. Toggle, their proposition is simple time tracker. And Typeform, beautiful forms and an incredible onboarding flow. What these applications have in common is a strong design, the fact they are addressing a real need, and that they offer an ability to try before you buy. Product-led applications are difficult to displace, and word-of-mouth virality acts as a powerful driver when satisfied users tell their friends. Idea number 5, your website, the connecting hub. Your website exists to clearly communicate two things. Number 1, attract your most ideal prospects to it through high-interest content and smart advertising. And number 2, engage them with your company and start building a connection with them through irresistible offers. It's possible that your product is truly unique, but it is more likely that you have or soon will have competitors. And that is why the second point is so crucial. Website visitors want to know what your product will do for them and that the competition's offering will not. Your software is more advanced, easier to use, cheaper, whatever. Your customer experience is second to none. Your company operates sustainably or gives back to the community in tangible ways. You get the idea, right? Your website is the hub for communicating that and is the most important piece of the attract and engage stages of your business flywheel. We're going to discuss how to make your website stand out in the SaaS marketing strategy number 4. So with a clear brand identity defined, it's time to work on your sales process a bit. We're going to talk about that in our next lecture.